Hi everyone, this is Smriti. Today I'm here to present the presentation on big data governance. So I'm going to share my screen. So here, it is on ITECH7407 and my group members are Armogam Mirza, myself Smriti Rai, Octavianus Adrian. So first of all, starting from real-time, first of all, starting with, sorry guys. Starting with real-time big data analytics and introduction. Real-time big data analytics is known as modern technology that redefines how IT organization captures actionable business intelligence, identifies cybersecurity threats, and access the performance of critical application and network or cloud deployed services. It is also known as software application or tool that can analyze large quantities of incoming data when it is processed or generated with an IT infrastructure. The next one is data governance. That's our main point. So as we can see in the pictures, it is merge of data quality, regulatory compliance, data policies, business policies. So basically, data governance is a process of managing data usability, availability, or security, but under a internal data standard of the business. So it means handling vast quantity of data, but within the limitation of policies of the business. The next one is components of big data governance. As I saw in earlier picture, the big data governance is consist of policies, process, organizational structures, mission statement, and organizational governance framework should be documented and shared internally to show how the program will work so that it clears to everyone who is upfront. And as we talk about the data governance, we also talk about the people who are responsible for the management of data governance programs. So starting from left, chief data officer, who is responsible for everything whatever goes in data governance. And second, it's data governance council or committee, who is responsible for setting the standard and resolving issues. And third one is data governance team, who is helpful to include data architects and governance specialists. And data stewards, second last with the data stewards, they are in charge of implementing governance policies and monitoring compliance with the team. And data quality analysts and engineers, they work with the governance team and also fix data errors and quality metrics. So that's it. Thank you so much. Thanks everybody. So for the rest, I will like to welcome my next group members. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Octavianus Adrian. No, Bobo, sorry kok. This.
Minyak mana bisa dipakai untuk orang? Hah? Jadi pakai barangnya.
Hello, my name is Octavianus Adrian. Today I'm going to present about my parts. So this is our agenda. Basically, I have 5 articles, and all of them are case studies. The first one is case studies about in health sector. The second in enterprises. The third one in community safety service. The fourth one is about research on big data governance based on actor network and Petri nets. The last one is about business information modeling for data intensive projects and big data governance. This is the first case study in health sector. So in China, there are some problems. There are so many amount of internal business data that couldn't be shared. So because the China is so big, and this requirement to share data among all regions. Also, this is an explosion of social media platform. Because of that, there are so many personal health or data. So this the solution. The solution is a framework. Basically, there are 3 domains: drive domains, capability domain, support domain. Also, the 12 guidelines. So if I can explain this framework as the ability of people to run. The domain is whether the people can run or not. Capability is the how fast is to run. Support is how far is to run. This is second case study. Big data governance in enterprises. There's some problems. Participants doesn't have a good understanding of the data governance. Also, the lack of staff and lack common business rules. Also, emphasis technical work. So beside that, there's a problem in the data, like data redundancy and data security privacy is prominent. So the solution is strategies for enterprises. The first one is establish and centralized data governance organization system. Constitution of data standard system because the data standard is the requirement for improving data quality. Also, we need to improve the level of data quality management because big data quality will mislead the decision or making decisions. Also, we need to improve data technology because enterprises has a lot of amount of data, so they need a proper technology to manage the data. So this is the framework for the solution. So there are for section. The first one is data processing and integration. The second one is data governance staff organization, application and services, supervision and control. We come to the third case study in community safety service. So the problem are the big data governance framework lack comprehensive and systematic scenario description. Also, the integration and governance of specific sharing problems are scattered. The framework, the solution is also a framework. So there are 3 dimensions. The first one is level dimension. Level dimension scenario divided into 3 levels: city, community, and resident. BDC is big data categorization. And this one the practical dimension. The last one is scale dimension. We come to the fourth case study. Research on actor network and petty nets. And the problem is should be a new approach or new model that improve more factors, not only more contents. Because the big data governance is so big and complex. So this is the actor network model. Actually, it defines human factor and inhuman factors in the equal roles, like stakeholders, governance organization, and so on. Besides that, there are petty nets. Petty nets is used to better implementation. Similar to like we need to prepare, and we need to implementation, and we need to evaluation, and also the last one is automation stage. We come to the last one. The problem is the multi-companies or multi-enterprises are facing inconsistent data because the solution or their solution is only one and standing alone. Also, there's another challenge to start a data intensive project with a limited implementation scope and without compromising the broad applicability of the solution for the future. The solution is a workflow. I will show the workflow. Basically, there are 5 stages: plan, acquire, prepare, analyze, and disseminate. Basically, we come to business understanding, and we come with the business goals, data acquisition with our raw data preparation, and we got the process data. We make exploration and visualization, go to categorizing based on modeling, and we have the findings. We come to modeling about statistical data, evaluation, reporting, and the last one is deployment. We come to the conclusion. So, big data governance is very crucial for companies because they have so much of data, so they need to manage them. Also, not only enterprises, also so many institutions are facing big data governance, like government or non-government. Also, there are no many practical approach for specific industry or general industry. This is the reference. Thank you so much. Bye.
Hello, everyone. Today's presentation is about big data governance. My name is Armugan Mirza, and I'll be explaining the various types of big data governance, starting with the table of contents, what is big data governance, and the 4 V's of big data, the frameworks of big data and big data types, and then challenges and issues related to big data, and the conclusion. Starting with big data. Big data is something that includes volumes of data and has a different variety of data as well. And using those two, the companies use it to make it for decision making and for forecasting any further decisions in the future. Next slide, the 4 V's of big data: the volume, the data at rest, and velocity, the data which is in action, and the variety, the various type of data in various formats, and lastly, the value, how cost effective is the data for the company. The diagram here shows the framework of big data governance. It includes the optimizing and computing and identifying the source of the data, and includes the communication and data management. Furthermore, it includes the data storage as well, and data determination, policies and standard settings, measure and monitoring the data as well. The big data types are different in different sectors of companies and organizations. Starting with healthcare, we have telemedicine and remote monitoring, which is all supported by big data nowadays. Furthermore, academia, which can be seen as digital course nowadays because of Corona, we all have our studies online and presentations online, and that is also supported by big data. Banking, fraud detection or misuse of credit or debit card. Manufacturing, predicting uncertainties and incompetencies. And lastly, IT is like powering innovation and manufacturing new products. Challenges related to big data are that the data is in huge volume, and the companies gather data of people, and it can be a problem if there's a leakage of personal information or privacy infringement. The monopoly of information is associated with big companies such as Facebook and Amazon, where they secure data in large volumes of customers and consumers, and they use it for their benefit to predict the buying behavior and the buying pattern of the consumers. This can relate to misuse of information if it's not handled correctly, and it can make the customer unsafe and unsecure about their information being leaked to the outside public. Lastly, I'm going to talk about the conclusion. To manage big data, it is a daunting task for business fields and IT experts because the volume and variety of data is huge, and it can be an issue if it's not handled correctly. Furthermore, the data growth, which is semi-structured, unstructured, and structured, it can also be a difficult task for companies to manage it in a similar fields, to organize it and use it for their benefit. Lastly, big data has played important role in decision making and policy making, as the usage of data has resulted in making big decisions for the companies to predict the customer behavior and how the companies are going to look like in the future. Lastly, these are my reference, and I'll be finishing my presentation. Thank you.